I'm at B&L Salvage. It's in Coatesville, Pennsylvania. I'm out here picking, nothing in particular, just out here looking around, checking things out. I pulled up and this is the first thing I saw sitting here on the side of the road. And I'm only guessing, maybe a 1970, just looking at the way those headlights are shaped and that fender. This one's an Impala, not the top of the line. The Caprice was the top dog at this point and still had those 3 lights on each side. I mean, Chevy, they started that in 1958. This is looking good, a 2-door. Wood grain. Man, look how complete this is. It's got air conditioning, that's nice. Manual windows. Look at that interior and that fabric, man, that was the cat's meow in the 60s and 70s. And that reverse canted rear window, that's craziness right there, man. That's fun stuff. All about style. That wheel arch, just the way it like cuts back into the wheel, that's just cool stuff. Surprising how complete it is. I mean, still air in the tires too. I'm betting it's a 350 under the hood. Oh my goodness. Yeah, maybe a 350. When they stopped doing the 327s, I don't know. Surprising how complete it is. Let's make our way up the hill, see what else we can find up here that's cool. Now, this is the type of yard that you come to in the winter time when all this growth is gone, it's dead. And frankly, if I come across a snake, it's not gonna be pretty. I'm telling you right now. That's gotta be a Jeep. Honcho maybe? Too far in there to see. Buried in shrubs. And over here we got, what, is this an El Camino? Yep, the Chevy version. I got a buddy who just bought one of these, 87 or so. I think it was the last year that these were made. He needed some parts like the top, the trim pieces that go up around. This one's clearly been picked over. Nothing there for him. Let's see what else we got. And right off the path, a 3rd gen 4Runner. If you know anything about 4Runners, you know this window retracts. These things don't belong in here, I swear. My dad bought one of these, brand new. It was a 2000, 2001, I forget. It was the same exact color. He ended up getting in a small little fender bender accident up front. Not a big deal, hardly any damage to the truck. But what it ended up doing was moving the radiator just a little. And even though it was just this little tiny bump, it ended up causing the coolant to mix with the transmission fluid. Got what's called a pink milkshake out of it. This one has seen better days for sure. A Jeep, who knows what year. I mean, they're all the same. A Renegade, I love the artwork on it. And the vinyls, check that out. How cool is that? Definitely got a little rust problem going on. Wait, oh, check this out, a Blazer. A 2-door Blazer back here. Man, these things were a mainstay of Jeep in the 70s, 80s even. And I haven't seen a 2-door Blazer forever, man. This thing's missing a steering column, missing an engine, missing the front clip. This thing is picked over, but still got some decent parts in there. And then we have an International up here. Looks like it's been converted to a flatbed. These are pretty interesting. I had an International Travelo. It was a 68, same exact body as this, although mine was a SUV. You know, 4-door SUV. Same door handle, same everything. And yeah, we're not getting into that. What's interesting is that up here on the sun visor, usually there's what's called a line ticket item. And that ticket item has every option, every spec of the vehicle. And you take that ticket item into the repair shop or the parts store, you hand it to the clerk, and that way they know exactly what size wheels, what brakes, what special features, every aspect of that vehicle. Another 3rd gen 4Runner. This time, we got FJ wheels on it. The engine is pulled apart. It's a shame, you know, these things last forever. Let's see what kind of miles we got on it. What? 114 for real? Look at the interior. I mean, it's not god awful. I mean, for sitting out here for years, there's some good parts on here. I'm telling you, look at that. The wheels are at least decent. Needs tires, of course. And then, whoa, over here we got what looks like a picked over Nova, LeBaron, Ford Comet. That might be a K car, can't really tell, a Rabbit. And whatever that is, a Monte Carlo maybe? You know, I'm liking this old stuff. It's cool that it's buried away in the woods back here, out of sight, out of mind. It's almost like rediscovering pieces of history. And this Mercury Cougar is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, obviously it's been missing the door. It's been out here for years. But check out that roof line, man. I thought these were the coolest things. These and the Thunderbirds. I like these a little better. They had different engine options. There was a 5-liter that these came with for a while. That blue's interesting. And right behind it, I want to get closer. That's a Monte Carlo. And I swear that might be a Camaro behind it. All right, here we go. Got a little closer. Mid-80s, late 80s Riviera. Man, this thing is low to the ground. Check that out. I'm used to seeing this all rusted all to hell. What a mess they usually are. This one, yeah. Leather. Dash pad. Oh yeah, the dash panel's been all removed, been gutted. Sitting out in the weather for years. I can only imagine this doesn't have a ton of miles on it. Boom. And then right behind that, this thing is picked over. This thing had some value at one point, but it's given up its parts to keep other Camaros on the road. And then I was walking right by that Riviera and Camaro, and look at this. Is that a Chevy Sprint? Turbo? Did they do that? How cool is that? I just can't get to it. Let's see if I can get my way through the stickers. No snakes, please. No snakes. Oh, yeah. Check it out. I remember seeing these, and I thought these were, as in the turbo mode, I thought they were competitive with what the Camaro was putting out for 0 to 60 times. I thought these were something like a second less, which was shocking considering what you're getting. I just don't recall any of the specs on them anymore. And it's pretty interesting to see one sitting here. And I'm looking for some cool wheels, but all I see is some plastic wheel covers. And on this side, just the same type of wheel covers. I don't know, maybe I was just expecting something a little cooler. But that's interesting. That's really cool to find. I can't imagine they made many of these. All right, sleep well, Chevy Sprint. And if we make our way back here, I see a Pontiac Ventura, I believe. It was like the gussied up version of the Nova. Got the vinyl roof. Oh, that's fold down seats. Check it out. Custom interior work. Oh wait, flow through ventilation. And that Ventura is keeping company with mid-70s Camaro, tucked away back here, picked apart. And at first I thought maybe it had a vinyl roof or some kind of T-top, but no, it's just painted over. And we come up here to a clearing area on top of the hill, and this caught my eye. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not a Mustang guy. I'm not a Fox body guy, but if I was gonna get one, this is the car. Mercury Capri, man, I love it. And I hope it has the bubble back window. Let's take a look. Nope. Oh, maybe it did at one point, but it doesn't now. And you know, it's a Mustang. It's a Fox body. But I love that hood, and you know, it's a little different look than the Mustang. It's pretty cool. Kind of fun seeing it here. I had the biggest crush on this girl while working at the supermarket. She drove a white Mercury Capri just like this. Here we go, wedged between two cars. And first thing I noticed was that. And really, this thing looks too nice to even be here. Go around. I mean, it's got everything all together. The paint still shines, looks good. The interior's nice. Missing a radio. Doesn't smell bad at all. The digital odometer, can't tell what's going on there. But just from the looks of it and the condition of it, I'm shocked. I'm shocked it's still here and that somebody didn't put it back on the road. And right down from the Sunbird, you got this old guy. Look at this thing. A two-door coupe, maybe a Chevy, who knows. But right next door to it, it's a dustbuster. I can't wait to check this out. I've always wanted one of these. I've made a couple offers. I came close to buying one, but it just wasn't meant to be. And I can't see a single thing in there. There's no door handles, no wheels. This thing is buried in the ground. I thought these were plastic body panels, so the concern is frame rust, but you know, transmission problems. You know, it's front wheel drive. And you know, these are just disposable cars at the time. I still like them. I'll still buy one if I can find one for the right price in the right condition, but that's for another time, another video. This guy on side of it, man, look at that. That's what you get around here. Rust. Just eats away at everything. This poor guy. It's a donor car. That's all it is. It's a shame to see it out here. It's lived its life for decades, giving and giving, all weather, all throughout the year, and this is how it ends its life. You know, and it's going to end up as being soda cans too. You know, it's just an unfair ending to a fantastic car, a wonderful era. All right, let's keep going. And here's one that's interesting to me, man. When I was a teenager, these things were everywhere for cheap money. I'm talking brand new condition, low miles, $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. They always had the slant six, the leaning power of tower. This one is picked over. It's a two-door though. I mean, it's got some parts on there that could keep other cars alive. Nothing inside. But right in front of it is another Comet. Bright yellow, you'll never miss this thing on the road. It's got that special one-door option, super rare. And what, Kraco was the radio of the time, wasn't it? What's that? Oh, that's a Pioneer, that's Uptown. Check this, somebody spent money on that one. Who was that? And right from that Comet, is that another Comet? That's like a 60, 61. That's early days, man. Got some rust in the rockers, but let's get a little closer look. That look from up front, you can't even tell. You have no idea what it is. A Falcon. I said Comet. But look, if you have one of these cars, you need parts, you need to call this guy. You need to call Bob. Get out here, grab some parts off this thing before Mother Nature reclaims this. And when is the last time you saw a male Jeep? Check this out. And you know it's a male because of the two balls hanging down in the back, but it's also right-hand drive as well. You know, at the time, these things were sold so cheap for, oh, 2 gas tanks? I have no idea. These things were sold cheap at surplus auctions. And you know what? They did a job. They had a purpose. They used them up and got rid of them. I've seen people do some crazy, outrageous things with these currently. You know, with like LS engines and crazy suspensions and wheels and tires. And then right down from the Jeep, you got a Dodge Dart. Early 60s, I'm guessing. Oh, that is locked up. But I'm looking at that interior. Dude, that looks clean. I wonder if we can get in the other side. Oh my goodness, look at that. Wow. Wow. Push button drive. Torque flight. Nice, really cool to see. Wow, holy cow. And look how great that is. Oh, the style, man. It's something I love about this era. It was all about style. And this thing has been here for a while. You can tell by the blue license plate. I mean, it's probably been decades since Pennsylvania used blue plates like that. Further off the beaten path, we have an Escort. This was my first car. It was an 86 Escort. I'm betting it's the same thing as this. Little 1.9 liter engine, 88 horsepower, at a manual just like this. I could get some spin on those tires all the way into third gear. I'd get a chirp in third gear on that. It was a fun little starter car. I got 70-some thousand miles before it just started falling apart. Everything was breaking on it at that point. And this one has to have some value to somebody sitting back here in the woods. Man, that's a good body. Well, hold on, maybe not. All right, maybe it's not. But somebody's got to get some parts and value out of that. So I hope whoever's watching this video, they see this and they call Bob and they get something off of that truck. That thing deserves to live on. And check this out, an International, another one. This has to be early 50s. That is cool. It's a wrecker body. 1 ton, I'm guessing, just looking at the wheels and the axles. Love that body. Oh man, that is so cool. Let's take a look inside. Wow. I'm shocked how nice it is. Huh. Why is it here? And got some cool artwork left over on here. What a great body. What a cool find.